What other people think of you is none of your business.
There are people pretending to be other people, and if they only know you based on your online personality, there will be a lot of misconceptions about you. My question to start things out for you, Joyce, is what are the common misconceptions about you that people will they still kind of hold on to? Even people that are close to you still might have this misconception.
Okay, the first is that I come from a really rich family.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. A lot of people think that I come from a really rich family as well.
So that's your first also?
Yeah, that really was.
It doesn't really matter where what your background is.
Mhm.
It really matters where you want to go eventually.
Yes.
And so this ties back to one of the podcast episodes that I did with Laika Maravilla. And she said, we should change the idea that trying hard, that being a try hard is a bad thing. Because if you're listening to the podcast right now and you can't speak English well, or you want to speak the language better, whether that's English or Filipino in Aaron's case, you shouldn't be so afraid of being called a try hard.
Yes.
Because that's where everybody starts. We try hard to be better. If you're not a try hard, you won't go anywhere. You'll stay where you are right now. So
The second one for me is the one that I've been getting. I've been told this since I was in grade school. Mayabang daw ako. And I understand it. I get it, okay? But I'm just an introvert. That's really it.
second one will have to be that I guess that I'm an extrovert and that I'm masungit. I'm masungit because of my face. So when people see me,
Ganda.
it's true.
Hey, that RBF has been there for years. That's
I
just
know.
who you are. Whenever us hosts, whenever we say that we are introverts, people always say, how can you be an introvert if you're a host? Hosting is the perfect job for introverts. Why? Why, you ask? I'm the only one talking.
The final misconception is a little bit on the dark side, but
Oh.
I think it's really important to talk about this.
Okay.
My last misconception is that I'm super liberated. Yeah. I think people think that I'm liberated because I am such a free spirit. I'm super free flowing. I'm chill. I hang out with whoever I want to hang out with, no matter the misconception that people might have with me. I have a guy best friend, which people might think is weird.
Yeah.
I travel on my own. I am very artistic. I love to express myself, and I don't really judge a lot of people. So I'm very free spirited, which a lot of people misconstrue as being liberated.
Yes. If there's a good way to look at it, yes, Joyce is the conservative one in this group and I am the liberal one. That's always been the dynamic that we've had, and that's why it works, because we listen to each other being on opposite sides. A lot of people think that that I'm the same person that I was 3, 5, even 2 years ago. The biggest thing that really came out of my reflection out of this whole thing, it's who you are right now does not necessarily mean that that is the person that you were before. And that is the same way we should look at other people as well. If you didn't like the way that a person was before because of something that they did, or an idea that they had, or a motion that they were going for, that does not necessarily mean that that's the same person on the inside right now. Now that we have combined everything together, what are you supposed to do with misconceptions?
Okay, a couple of things. From what I've learned personally, I tried to correct these misconceptions because they were hurtful. Some of them were hurtful, some of them would ruin your reputation, right? But there was one phrase that gave me a lot of peace in my heart, and it was, what other people think of you is none of your business. People will keep on talking about you behind your back. They will say rumors about you. But at the end of the day, if you know the truth in your heart, if you know that you are not blatantly hurting anybody, that you are not crossing any lines you shouldn't be crossing, that you are honest about who you are, and that even if you did bad things in the past, you're constantly trying to correct those things to be better, then what other people think of you is none of your business. Let your new reputation speak for itself. I remember there's a phrase again that says, let your success speak louder than your words. Sometimes that's all you have to do. Sit back, relax, and just be better. Because eventually people will catch up to it. And even if they don't, what they think of you is none of your business. It doesn't really matter. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. That's what I have to say.